Hey guys, so I wanted to show you how I make a few of the homemade products that I use. I make my own Clorox wipes because I use Clorox wipes like they're going out of style. So instead of going to the store and buying them, it's just so much waste and it's expensive. I started to make my own. I got the idea on Pinterest. What I did is I bought a couple packs of the Handy wipes and I took the individual wipes and I cut them in half. So I got twice as much in the package, and I just fold them up and put them in a little sealed container. Okay, so what the recipe calls for is 2 cups of warm water. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing and this angle isn't too weird. Okay, so I have my water. I have some Castile soap, and it's 1 tablespoon of that. The one thing, it does get a little soapy, you know, so sometimes I cut back on the soap a little bit, but, and then tea tree oil. I am not a fan of tea tree oil. I cannot stand the smell of it, but it just has some amazing disinfecting properties, so I use it anyway. We are foster parents, and during the course of foster parenting, you know, we've dealt with lice with the kids, and in case you have kids that go to public school or whatever, if you put a couple drops of tea tree oil in your shampoo, it kind of repels lice, which I put enough in there that it kind of makes me want to pass out. But it works really, really well in repelling lice. So just a little tip for you. Okay, so about 10 drops. That was more like 12, but that's okay. Since I don't like the smell of tea tree oil, sometimes I'll add lemon oil or some lavender. But this time I'm going to stick with straight tea tree oil. And then I just pour it over my Handy wipes. Close it up, and I just tip it over so they all get infused with this. They all get wet. But these things they're great. You wash them when you're done. I've washed these bunches of times, and they don't fall apart. They stand up to the washings. And I use them all day. I clean my counters with them. I'll clean the bathroom counters with them. And then if it's too messy of a job, I'll just chuck it, and it's not that big of a deal because it's not that much of waste. I think I've been doing this for probably 3 months now, and maybe 4 months, and I've gone through. I think this is 2 packs of the Handy wipes, and so I've tossed several of them, but it's just so good, and it's so yeah, it's kind of green. You're reusing and not wasting. Okay, something else I've been doing is making fabric softener sponges. I love this. It is a little messy, and you have to wash your hands after you use it, but your hands smell really good. So all I do is I take a cup of fabric softener, and I use Gain. I really like the smell of Gain. That was 1.5. Portable bag. Okay, so you got a cup of your softener, and it says, the recipe says to add 4 or 5 cups of water. Typically I do about 4 just because this container isn't really big, and I had some left in there, so I might not even be able to get 4 cups of water in there. But it really does stretch the fabric softener, and it works really good. I have no complaints about it, other than I have to wash my hands afterwards, but that's really not a big deal. So there you go. You stick your sponges in there. They soak up the fabric softener. When you go to put your clothes in the dryer, you just take one of the wet sponges and you wring it out, and then you toss it in the dryer, and your clothes smell fabulous. I've never had a problem with staining or anything. It's worked. It's amazing. So I've been doing this for several months too, and this is another Pinterest idea that you guys have probably seen, but I've actually done it, so I wanted to share that it works. It's great. So I have 4 sponges in here usually. 1 is in the dryer as we speak. So that's that, and I just cover it. Whoops. That made a mess. So anyway, you just cover it and it's ready to go when you need it. So I will clean up this mess now, but I hope you guys like these ideas. This one is fabulous. I really, really, really love this one. But anyway, I hope you guys try them, and I will talk to you soon.